Hello, hello, and welcome to Out of Curiosity with Mz.ChiGurl. And I'm your host, Mz.ChiGurl. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I made it too much already. So, hi, guys. I know it's been a while since I have filmed any content, but your girl is back. Not like I was, as you can see. My little workspace is not together yet, but I'm working on getting that together. I'm still trying to get the things together. But how have you guys been? It has been a lot going on with me. And I know I've mentioned it in previous videos, but I guess I didn't get into the minutia of things. I don't know if I'm going to talk about it or not. We'll figure it out while I'm recording, So, but long story short, I had an injury that I was trying to address, and I thought I addressed it last year, and yeah, it didn't work. So this year I had to have surgery again. And this surgery didn't go well, y'all. I mean, I was in the ICU. It took me a minute to kind of get back on my feet. And even now, I'm not where I was before. And so I'm just really happy to be here with you. I felt um, well enough to try and spread some joy and some of the things, or talk to you about some of the things that I'm going to be doing to provide content on this channel. The first thing I want to say is before I actually had my surgery, I stopped doing content before that because I wanted this to be a happy place. There's so much going on in the world, and I just didn't want to spread my problems. But I will say this, what they say, I don't know if it's a woman thing or a black woman thing because I've heard both sides. And definitely you want to advocate for yourself if you know you're having health issues. That was part of the problem that I had. I kept telling my male doctor, who is of a Caucasian background, that I was having issues and things weren't right. And he kept telling me everything was okay. And then it was like after I constantly keep bringing stuff up, he'd say, okay, you want me to do this test? You want me to do that test? So, long story short, we did all the tests and he still said nothing was wrong. And I was like, I'm telling you it is. I know my body. Like, I will tell this story. I told my son about this. I don't know if I told my friends about this, but like I knew when I was pregnant, 2 weeks after I was pregnant. That's how in tune I am with my body. So when something's wrong, I feel it right away. And so I knew something was off. And he wouldn't pursue it further. So I had to get a second opinion. Yes, I did. I am not going to sit back and, not listen to my body when I know my body. Long story short, I got the second opinion, and then the first doctor didn't want to treat me anymore. So I wound up going with my second opinion doctor, which I wanted to anyway, because I felt that he was more thorough. He knew how to communicate with me and break things down. So I knew on my level, as opposed to acting like I got letters behind my name, such as PhD, which I don't. So I prefer this doctor, and I had a whole different experience that was actually better. But the only drawback to it is, like I said, I had complications during the surgery. And then after the surgery, I don't feel back to 100%. I would say that right now I'm about 65%, which was good enough for me to do this video. So that's why I'm here. All right, so I don't think this video will be too long. We'll see. Let's see how it goes or whatever. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about a few things. It's funny, I have not eaten and I want to order some stuff, but I'm like, I'm trying to be good. I don't want to eat all the junk stuff because it was funny. Um, in the hospital, so before the hospital, I wound up getting on blood pressure medicine. And honestly, I think that blood pressure medicine was because of work. Because you know how these companies are doing now, right? So they eliminated a whole department, and then that work from that department landed on me and some of my colleagues, and it stressed me out because how you gonna get rid of a department and then leave it on like a handful of people, and then we're supposed to figure it out, kind of thing, you know? Long story short, being in the hospital, my blood pressure is now back to normal, and I'm not on any blood pressure medication. And so I don't want to get back on it. So I'm trying to be good, y'all. I'm trying to keep myself regulated as far as, not letting stress get to me as much, and also trying to eat better. I'm going out here eating for y'all too. So sometimes I may be eating the stuff that I shouldn't be eating when I'm out trying stuff, but I do it for y'all. Anyway, what else is going on that I wanted to talk to you guys about? It's been so much. Like, I've had an opportunity to catch up on shows that I had gotten behind on, and now, I'm able to give you the movie reviews, TV show reviews, talk about documentaries, give you recommendations that I think you should try out, all the things. I'm ready. And then this weekend, I'm going to do content. I'm going to, the City Winery is going to be basically my main place this summer. It's funny, I had things set up where I was doing things twice a week. I mean, I'm sorry, not twice a week, twice a month for you guys. And so, like June, I'm doing the City Winery, and I'm going to see Candy. Yes, Candy from Real Housewives and Escape, her one woman show. What is it? I did that, I done that, I'm done. Something to that extent. So I'm going to see that this Saturday. And so I'm going to give you a review and give you the content from that next week, hopefully. I'm not going to make any promises because, like I told you, I'm not at 100%. I'm at 65. So I may not be able to give y'all the things right away. Also, I was supposed to be going to the R&B tour that was supposed to be on Juneteenth, and I got a notification yesterday, and I'm pissed. Ticketmaster told me that the organizers canceled the concert. So it was funny. I went to the page. So just so you know who was supposed to be in concert, it was supposed to be Keith Sweat, Genuine, Drew Hill, Joe, and Cut Close. So I was looking forward to the concert, let me tell you. And I bought my tickets, and I paid the monies to have a good seat. So I was supposed to be second row center, y'all. I wasn't playing. I was like, I want to see these things. I want to hear these things. I wanted to be in it. And these are the best seats I ever had at any concert. And the mofo get canceled. So I'm not happy. Anyway, and so when I went to the page to find out why it was canceled, because I saw people were from Chicago were complaining, not from the other cities, but from Chicago, because that's where they canceled it. And they said that the whoever the organizers are decided to cancel it because there were too many things going on in Chicago. And I was like, so okay, people could pick what they want. So I'm thinking maybe it was low ticket sales. And especially if you guys don't know, the Obama Center is supposed to be opening on Juneteenth. And so I don't know if that was causing some conflict, because the only people who I'm assuming going to see them are, 50 and up, 40 and up. And so maybe the 50 and the 40 and up are going to the Obama thing. Are you guys going? Let me know, because I feel like that's too much for me to do. I'm afraid it would be too much walking. And like, I have to have assistance when I walk. And so I didn't want to go through all that. And so I was like, nah, I'm not going to do the Obama thing. I was like, I could have made it at the concert. I was going to wear my comfortable shoes, and I probably would have had a cane. But nah, like, I can't even have big purses. So I like to have big purses so that I have all my things in my purses. And now I can't do big purses. I have to do small purses now. And I'm going to show you what my small purses look like. That'll probably be another video. But anyway, so long story short, so now I got to figure out something else to do in June, but I don't want to overexert myself. So I might just stick with the candy thing that's this weekend, but I'll keep you guys in touch, let you know. In June, not June, so July, I'm going to see a content creator that I watch on YouTube, and his name is Dustin Ross. If you guys, you may or may not be familiar with him. It just depends on what you watch. If you do watch content creators other than myself, he's on a show with Ebony K. Williams, who was the first Black Real Housewife of New York. And then after her season, there were a lot of issues and everything. Anyway, he does the show with her. I think it's called Ebony K. Williams and Friends, and he's one of the friends. He also does Monday nights with Carlos King, where they review all the reality shows and everything. And let me see, what else is he on? I know he's on something else, but this year, long story short, he's on tour. He actually was on tour last year. Last year, he came to Chicago, and it was the week that I had my surgery. So I was pissed because I wanted to see him, and he is fine. But I'm not necessarily his type because he likes the boys. So, but what's funny is that his masculine energy does not give that he likes the boys. And so the girls are always flirting with him. So I'm just saying. Oh, and I got a meet and greet with him. And so I plan to take a little picture, and I hope he don't feel like I'm filling him up, because I would look to like pose and have my hand on his chest like, I don't know. But I'm gonna be trying to get me a little nice little photo like on his chest. Anyway, so I'm going to see that in the seat at the City Winery in July. And then I had something special planned for my birthday. I was supposed to be going to the Campbell Mountain Resort and Spa in Arizona, but I canceled it. So I took a trip. That was a late Mother's Day present from my mom because, like I said, Mother's Day came quick after my surgery, and so I still wasn't 100%. And my mom wanted to do a little getaway, but if you guys know, I think I've told you, my mom has been officially diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and so she's not able to handle all the things. And so this was like, she felt comfortable with this, and I felt comfortable with it, and especially with the things that I have going on. So we went to the Wind Creek Spa, and yeah, we stayed a day. I was mad too because they're supposed to have like a whole spa experience there, right? So we were gonna do maybe the first day gambling, the second day, at the spa, and then the last day we're leaving, and they didn't have anybody to do pedicures, and I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? you know? So I was really disappointed. So yesterday we were able to finally get our mani pedis and do all the things that we wanted to do. I got my eyebrows done. I did that for y'all. I was like, yeah, I got to keep myself together if I'm going to be appearing in front of you guys. I have a new hairstylist, and so she's maintaining the hair. The only thing I'll say that I didn't like, and I didn't know people did, was, I don't know if y'all remember, my hair was more white. She dyed it gray. I'm like, no, don't dye my hair. If you gonna dye it, brighten my white up. Don't give me the gray. Give me the white. And so I'm not feeling the gray as much. I mean, well, let's lift it up. So you see this the part that's supposed to be white. And on camera, it actually don't look too bad. But in person, I'm not feeling it. But y'all tell me what y'all think. So anyway, so I have a new stylist, and so this is what she did. And so I'm trying to get it together. I was gonna say right and tight, but I'm not tight right yet. Maybe I'll get there someday, where I can. Anyway, I'm doing too much right now. And then the last thing that I have coming you guys' way is in August. I am going to be on a tour with the Black Foodies. So they're content creators as well. You might see them on Facebook, Instagram, and recently I saw they've been increasing their TikTok presence. So if you're on TikTok, they're on there as well. And so they go to all of the restaurants in the, Chicagoland area. And I want to say typically they stick to Black owned restaurants, but they may dip and dabble, with other restaurants as well. Anyway, and so I'm going on their food tour where we get on a bus and they take us to 5 restaurants and we get a sample at each restaurant. I tried to do it last year, but they sell fast. And so I went to an event of theirs, I want to say February. Yeah, it was February I went. And I had a great time. I really wish I had more video for you. Actually, I think I do have a little video for you. I need to find it. I might put in another video. Like when I do my weekend review, excuse me, I may add it in there so you can see what I did. Anyway, when I went to the last event in February, they announced the dates for their summer tour. And thank God, I was there because they were like, if you're here, you can email us and tell us what dates you're interested in, and we'll get you tickets. And so what happened last year and what also happened this year is that people be waiting for those tours because those tickets sell out fast. And so I went out there to try and buy the tickets and they were gone. And so because I had emailed them though, they contacted me and I was able to purchase the tickets through them. So I was happy about that. So I'm going to their food tour in August. And then I had something else planned for August. Right now it escapes me. But I'm supposed to be doing something else. And then September is Clink Fest. Oh, I have a new editing tool or software tool. And so I'm going to see if I can get that video together so that I can show it to you guys. And you can see what Clinkfest looked like last year. And then you'll see what I'm going to be going to this year. I think the perfect summation of what Clinkfest is, because Clinkfest is where a bunch of vendors get together to basically sell their products, and it's usually alcohol, some form of alcohol or something to do with bars or mixers or whatever. And they also had people of color, doing the food. So there were different restaurants there where you can sample food. And one of the guys, when I was there, and we're trying the liquors and everything, and he was like, "Man, this is like a Black SBU. I'm not a Black SBU. What is it called? A Black Homecoming event. What is it called? Black H Historically Black College. Is that it? HBSU. You guys know what I'm trying to say. But he said it was like a homecoming at a HBCU. There we go. An HBCU. So I've never been to a HBCU. I went to a state college. So and did I do homecoming? They had Miss Evanes, which was Alpha. The fraternity Alpha Phi Alpha used to sponsor Miss Evanes, and so that's what I did during homecoming. It was basically like getting dressed up for prom, I would say, and going to see these people like do a beauty pageant kind of thing. Anyway, so I was like, "Ooh, not a HBCU homecoming. Is this what it's like?" Okay, and so long story short, I enjoyed the things. And so those are the things that I'm going to be trying to bring to you. And if I decide to do some things that are more than the 2 things that I scheduled for each month, then I'll let you know. And especially since I got to make up for this month and I got to make up for July, since I only have 1 event for each month, but I have 2 in July and then 1 in September. So I would love to hear from you guys. Did you miss me? Thank you if you did. Thank you for all your calls and concerns. For those who know me personally and reached out to me, I really appreciated it. You guys really let me know I was loved. It was so funny because a lot of people didn't even know I had surgery. And so, like, when I would catch up with them, I'm telling them about this stuff, and they were like, this is a lot. And I'm just laughing, and they're like, this isn't funny. And I'm like, what's funny to me? Hell, you know what you want me to say? Anyway, again, so I appreciate all of you guys, who have been following up with me and checking in on me. It the part I will say that has been a lot is trying to find caregivers for my mom. So we had a steady caregiver, and she decided to, that she didn't want to continue. So I went on this journey of finding an agency, and then in the agency, I've gone through four people. So now I'm switching agencies, and my mother's doctor referred me to another agency that is more expensive than what the other agency was charging. And I thought the agency was expensive as it was. And so this is more expensive. But what was good about it is that my mom was able to obtain benefits so that she can get some of the money reimbursed. And so I'm happy about that. And I'm looking forward to, what's to come, with that. Also, I'm seeing that you can see some of my little things. I just wanted to show you. I have a mini obsession, and so I like to buy mini things. And so when I say mini, I mean like this mini shopping cart. I love my little mini shopping cart. I just play with it. And then I have mini cocktails. You see a mini old fashioned. And then I have a mini mimosa. And then not only that, I actually just did a video on TikTok. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, is Mz.ChiGurl on TikTok. And you see all the minis. I did a little minis of all the things that I have. I buy a lot of minis. And so I show you my little collection. So the TikTok content isn't me talking. I'm trying out different things. Like if you go to my profile period, it actually starts out with videos of Chloe. So if you like to see my baby doing her thing when she was younger, you'll find videos of her. And then recently it'll show you videos of like what I'm doing now. So one of the videos I showed you is actually when I went to Wind Creek and I took some footage there. It wasn't a lot because it was hard trying to take footage and to keep up with my mom. And so then I just posted some, like I said, some mini videos. So if you're into the beauty stuff, you'll see all the minis that I've purchased over the past few years. Anyway, thank you again for joining me. And I hope to get my weekend TV watching video out to you this weekend so that you know what's going on in Chicago because there's a lot going on. And thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already following me and leave me your thoughts in the comments. I love comments. It was so funny that somehow my mom watches YouTube, but it's so she can watch her religious shows. And I came up in her feed and I just saw this week that she left me a comment. And I said, when did you do this? I didn't know you watched my show. And she left me a comment. But anyway, so if my mama with Alzheimer's can do it, you guys can do it. Please leave me some comments and not my ride or die who's been leaving me comments since the beginning of my channel. No, I'm saying I of course want you to do it, but I'm just saying I want everybody else to do it too. And you know who you are, my ride or die. You love my videos. Thank you. All right. Bye. And see you next time.